Vintage baseball comes to Hayes.
And facts about the upcoming bond election.
These stories and more on 49 News. Welcome back to 49 News. We're glad you could join us. On August 26th, historic Old Fort Hayes hosted an exciting baseball game where teams wore vintage uniforms and played by the original rules of the game. Here's more on the story from Maddie Lohmeyer.
My name is Tatum Kimsey, and I am the chairman of the board for the Friends of Historic Fort Hayes. And so we are the group of volunteers that get together to raise money and put on the events that we have held out here this year for the 150th anniversary.
We got the opportunity to visit with author Mark Eberly about his book, Kansas Baseball.
My name's Mark Eberly, and I'm a member of the Friends group at Historic Fort Hayes. And we're holding this vintage baseball game here today as part of the 150th anniversary celebration for the historic site. The book is really there's two books in there. One is about the old ballparks and then kind of a little bit of the history of the people that built them and why did they keep them. So many people want to tear down a ballpark and build something new and modern looking. But 9 towns kept an old one, so it's kind of like, well, why did they do that? And so that's half the book. And the other half is about just kind of how baseball was before World War II. Everything was segregated. And so really the chapters kind of ended up being organized by the different kinds of teams.
The Westerns Baseball Club from Topeka and the Fort Hayes Baseball Club played through the heat in this casual game.
Vintage baseball is a lot more about the offense. I mean, there are some good defensive plays and such, but they don't get to wear gloves. The pitcher basically has to put the ball up there where it can be hit, so they're not throwing overhand and trying to trick the hitter so much. And so it's more about the offense, and so I think that's why some people kind of like it a little bit better. It's not a 1-0 game ever, I don't think, in vintage baseball.
Reporting for 49 News, I'm Maddie Lohmeyer.
Thanks, Maddie. Our Hayes High sports teams are off to a good start this season. Here's more on sports with Molly Eikenberry.
Tribe sports are underway here at Hayes High, and all of our teams have started off their seasons in an impressive manner. On August 28th, the varsity girls golf team won their home tournament at the Smoky Hill Country Club, where Emily McGuire placed 9th and Kari Dinkle won in an exciting playoff for first place. Then, on September 5th, the team traveled to Salina, where Emily McGuire placed 3rd individually, and Kari Dinkle won the meet again with a Hayes High record-breaking score of 34. Overall, the team won 2nd place in the 9-hole tournament at Salina. On September 7th, the team traveled to Dodge City to play in a tournament of 18 holes. Kari Dinkle took 1st place as the ladies fell short to 6A Manhattan High. They took 2nd as a team. On September 11th, the team teed off in Garden City, where Brittany Park placed 9th, Emily McGuire placed 8th, and Kari Dinkle stole the show again and took 1st place. The team placed 2nd overall. A great start to your season, ladies, and 489 News wishes you the best of luck. The varsity volleyball team opened their season on August 29th with a quad in Chapman, where they went 2-1. On September 7th, the girls went 3-0 at a quad in Dodge City. At their home tournament here in Hayes, the girls went 2-1. The Lady Indians are a very young team with no seniors on the team, but their talent is very impressive. They currently have a record of 7 wins and 2 losses. Keep up the good work, ladies. The soccer team started off their season with a loss to the Buffs from Garden City, ending with a score of 5-1. They turned things around though with a win against Wichita Classical with a score of 5-0 and a first place finish at the Wichita South Invitational. Since the tournament win, the Indians lost to Great Bend and perennial 6A power Dodge City. However, on September 18th, the Indians got payback against the Panthers, winning the contest 2-0. Our Varsity Friday Night Lights kicked off on September 1st against Scott City at Lewis Stadium, where Hayes High fell short with a score of 29-8. Our boys came back strong though on September 8th, where they beat Great Bend in an exciting overtime game, ending with a score of 21-20. And on September 15th, the team traveled to Liberal, where they won with a score of 20-0. Nice job. We wish you luck as you take on the rest of your upcoming season.
We would also like to recognize cross-country runners Dawson Bonfelt, Yesenia Maldonado, Tana Harriman, and Claire Shippey for placing at several of the cross-country meets this year. We would also like to wish the best of luck to the tennis team on reaching their goal for state. Just the facts. That is what we want to share with you about the $78.5 million bond issue. 489 News reporter Carson Ackerman visited with Superintendent John Thyssen and Hayes High Principal Marty Straub about this important information.
USD 489 has proposed a $78 million bond issue that will be voted on November 7th. One of the main focuses is what the new elementary schools would look like. I spoke with Superintendent John Thyssen for more information.
It's a new Wilson building that would be on the same site but behind the old Wilson. And then there's another new building that hasn't been really set as to where it would be located. It could go by the high school because there's land there, but within that $78,500,000 is money to buy some other land to end up placing that elementary. Well, in Wilson's case, the old one for sure would be tore down because that's an area that would be parking lot and playground. For the other one, you have Lincoln Elementary and also O'Laughlin. They would move. Lincoln could end up being sold if there's someone who is in need of that facility, but there's money in the project to pay to tear it down too. The O'Loughlin's area is going to be renovated so that we could end up having the early childhood program there as well as the West Side program. There's only about 30 children in the West Side program, but they'd be in probably the short wing there at O'Loughlin. And then the adult learning that's in the basement of Rockwell would be there as well, and they only need one classroom, two classrooms to end up having their program work.
Along with the new elementary schools, Superintendent Thyssen talked about the new secure entrances that would be added.
Entrances would all be changed so that we do have one at this time at the old Washington building, which is now the Early Childhood Center. Anybody that goes by there when they come through, it was only put in a couple weeks ago, but there is that kind of entrance where you have to go through one set of doors and then through another set of doors, but that exists at this particular time there, and that would happen in all the buildings.
In addition to the new elementary schools and secure entrances, Hayes High Principal Mr. Straub talked about what would be added to Hayes High.
As far as the major purpose of the bond at Hayes High School, it will be number 1, classrooms, number 2, an auditorium, and number 3, renovation of classrooms, and in addition to a major renovation in the CTE area. We will have better access to look out the front door to see who is there and have remote control of the doors so they can be unlocked remotely with help of a camera.
I hope each of you are more aware of some of the facts of the bond issue. I'd like to thank Superintendent Thyssen and Hayes High Principal Mr. Straub for sharing more information. For 489 News, this is Carson Ackerman.
Thank you, Carson. We invite you to check out our district's website at usd49.com for more information on the bond issue. On September 17th, a disc golf tournament in honor of Hayes High alumni student Tristan Worth was held. Here's Abby Brungart with more. On August 11th, tragedy struck our local Hayes High community very close to home. Former student Tristan Worth passed in a very unfortunate accident that Friday night. Tristan was a beloved Hayes High graduate and member of this community. Many others feel the same.
I would describe Tristan as a down-to-earth person who always put others before himself, and he had a contagious smile.
He was an uplifting person. I mean, he was always positive towards everyone. Like when we'd go out or something, everyone loved to be around him. He's just really fun to be around and he's sweet to everyone.
Well, I first played with Tristan at a tournament. It was just at the small course, not this one. And I didn't even know him. So yeah, I just played with him there. And then I started working with him at Taco Grande. And we worked together for over a year. And he always was so fun there.
My favorite memory of Tristan would be like hanging out till like 2 a.m. every night, talking about anything and everything. And him always being there for me, and I'm always there for him. I don't know. Just everything about him was amazing.
Tristan graduated in 2016, leaving his impact on many current students here at Hayes High.
I met Tristan, I think 4 years ago at the Frontier Open at this course. We were playing the juniors division. It was like 18 and under. And I think I was still in middle school and he was in high school. And I remember seeing this kid that was way taller than me and had this long hair down to his shoulders and thinking, why is he in my division? And then I think when it was all said and done, he beat me by 50 strokes. Instead of bragging about it like you would really kind of expect a high schooler to do when he beats someone by 50 strokes, he kind of took me off to the side and told me to keep playing, taught me a few tips, and after that we just came out and played several times out here for the next 2 or 3 years and spent a lot of time out here getting to know each other. I really owe a lot of my success in tournaments and outside of disc golf really to Tristan. And I think he had that effect on a lot of people, which is why I wanted to do the tournament.
In honor of Tristan's valuable life, Ethan Chance and Alex Stoltz set up a disc golf tournament in his honor. The tournament included people of all ages coming together on September 17th to support each other in a time of loss and mourning.
Well, it started with Ethan texting me, and he just asked if we wanted to do a little fundraiser for Tristan Moore's family. And I thought it was a great idea, so I asked Robin, my manager at Taco Grande, and she was all down for it. And we just got it going.
Initially we were going to do a week-long event where players could play as many times as they wanted throughout the week and just take their best 3 scores or something. That was in a rush, and we were trying to just get the money as quick as possible.
And we had a way bigger turnout than we thought, or at least I thought.
Yeah, we had over 50 people come out and play, which, considering the fact that it was a Sunday, it was a better turnout than we really expected.
We are very grateful that Ethan and Alec took this opportunity to bring our community together to celebrate Tristan's life and the joy he brought to others. Reporting for 489 News, I'm Abby Brungart.
Tristan will be always in our hearts and forever missed.
Dude was an amazing guy. That's it.
Thank you, Abby. We are happy to see the community come together in difficult times as these. Tristan will be missed. Big Creek Crossing has recently added a new Halloween-themed store called Halloween Express. Here's Jackson Stanton with more on the story.
Earlier this month, a new seasonal store opened up in the Big Creek Crossing Mall. This isn't just your average seasonal store, it's a Halloween store. We talked to Mike Kerner, the co-owner of Halloween Express, to learn more about the store.
Hi, I'm Mike Kerner from Halloween Express here in Hayes at the Big Creek Crossing Mall. You know, the Big Creek Crossing Mall has been really cool to us because they have this big 9,000 square foot area for us to put our Halloween Express store. We were originally going to do 5,000 square foot, but the more and more merchandise we got in, we thought we needed something bigger. So we're at 9,000 square feet. People can see us on HalloweenExpressHayes.com, or actually it's Halloween Express Hayes on Facebook is actually where you can find it. But what happened was my wife and I were in Colorado Springs last year in October, and we saw all these Halloween stores all over the area. We thought Hayes could use one of them. So what we did was we bought the franchise. So my wife actually bought the franchise, and we brought it here to Hayes. So we've got about 9,000 square foot of merchandise here in the Hayes area. We're going to be open, I believe, the same hours the mall are. That is Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. and then Sundays noon to 6. But towards Halloween, we might go up till about 10 or 11 o'clock on Friday and Saturday nights. But come by and check out the store. We've got new stuff coming in all the time. And what we have is we've got a lot of decorating ideas. We've got little ghosts and stuff behind me, little, I guess, scarecrows and lanterns and telephones and lights, all kinds of lights that we have too. But we also have infant costumes. We have little kids costumes for boys and girls, teen costumes. If you want to be a superhero, you can do that. Whatever you want to be, we probably have the costumes in stock. And if you don't see what we have in stock, we've got new stuff coming all the time. And we've got adult costumes too, and also some novelty costumes. We have makeup if you want to do your own too. But if you want to decorate, we've got some really cool stuff too. You can check out our animatronics. We've got ghosts and reapers, and we've got some witches coming. And we also have the feature this year is the school children, the dead school children. So we've got that as well. So it's a really cool store. And again, we welcome you to come out and see us at Halloween Express here at the Big Creek Crossing.
As you can see, the Halloween Express down here at Big Creek Crossing has lots to offer. This is Jackson Stanton reporting for 489 News.
With city, school board, and bond elections coming up, we encourage you all to register to vote. Registration ends October 17th, and general election begins November 7th.
Thanks for tuning in to 489 News. Stay tuned for more stories coming from the community and our district. This has been Abby Ballman
and Hannah Donaldson.
Thanks for watching.